doing? Thank you for having us.
Oh shit, we rolling?
Yeah, we rolling.
You just start that motherfucker, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Well, I'm not good. You know what I mean?
Why you're not good?
I'm real. It's like it's a difference because when I feel like people answer and they say that they good, they not really good. You know what I'm saying? They going through some shit that they don't want to talk about, and they just trying to keep it surface level. You know what I mean?
It's like a time saver. You in the store, see a random person. Oh, how you doing? They start breaking down their whole life. Well, now that you ask, my dog just died.
Exactly. I would honestly prefer that though, because it's like that's real. You know what I mean? Like, because everybody ain't having a good day, and that might make people more open to other people just having regular conversation and not being surface level. You feel me? Like, but that's crazy answer for your first question of how you doing. I'm just saying.
How you doing? Shit, my baby daddy just beat me.
Yo.
Oh, speaking of baby, so we're in Brooklyn right now.
In Brooklyn right now.
Feel me? At Bro's spot. On the way here, I do want to say that I accidentally made a dude drop his baby. So we were fucking walking, and dude's walking with a stroller with his baby, and he dropped. I'm thinking it's a pacifier, but now that looking back, I think it was a piece of trash. So all that was kind of for nothing. But he's going. I'm like, yo, he drops your pacifier or whatever.
Right.
So he like leaves the stroller for a second, lets it go, turns back to pick the pacifier up, and the stroller just knocks over, and the baby just falls or whatever.
You sure it was a real baby?
Real baby. And he's like, comforting the baby. I'm like, oh shit. I feel like it was like it was my fault.
It low key was though.
So bro was like, yo, mind your fucking business.
Hey yo, you injured a baby today.
Sad, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, though. But nah, though. So thank you for having us, man. Maybe we can start there. How is it like? You recently moved to Brooklyn. Where'd you come from? How's it like being here? Like,
so I came from Richmond. I'm from Baltimore, but I lived a year in Richmond, which is kind of where like solidify my sound and like my artistry. So, shout out to Richmond because it let me breathe, you know what I mean? And let me kind of be free within what I was creating, and I really appreciate Richmond's hardcore and punk scene because I feel like it's authentic. I go to a lot of places and then I don't feel it. Like, no offense to New York now, but it don't feel as authentic as Baltimore, Philly, and Richmond. But we about to turn it back up, you know what I'm saying?
Are they fucking with your type of sound in Baltimore right now? I feel like it would be hard to maybe be accepted out there with your type of sound.
I would say that I'm different than like the rest because I came from making rap, you know what I mean? Which wasn't my sound. So it was like once I started making this music, people were like, bro, you should have been doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like we was kind of waiting for you to do this. So once like I did break through and like solidify my sound, people was kind of like, okay, now we really rocking with you. You know what I mean? But I think that might have opened some doors for other artists to feel like they can make whatever type of music they want to as long as it's them. You know what I'm saying? So Baltimore is a hard place to be a creative overall. I wouldn't break it down just to being like any type of music, you know what I'm saying? Because if you gonna shine regardless where you at. It don't matter what city you in, you know what I'm saying?
Like it's hard to break through out of Baltimore?
I don't even want to manifest that, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's hard to make it out of everywhere if you a black man trying to do something that other niggas ain't doing. You know what I mean? It's going to be hard for you. And you should expect that. And if you go into it knowing that, it only going to make it better because you know what you got to deal with on a daily basis and, like, shit ain't going to be easy. You got to work for that shit, Which I like more. I don't want shit handed to me. That shit seem fake. When people give me something for free, I'm like, what you want? You know what I mean? So
it feel a lot better, too, when you work for it.
100%.
I like, how much effort you put into it. So, because, sometimes, you ever heard of this shit? What's it called? Not survivor's guilt. What's that word? Imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah, so it's like people say they feel that, but I feel like if you work super hard, I don't know how you can feel that way. Because, like, everything that went into it. Like.
Exactly, but, like, dialogue nowadays is people say they working, but they not. You know what I mean? They just saying it just to use it as an excuse. Excuses and hate is in right now. You know what I mean? When I say "and," it's like it's cool to hate. It's cool to be like, bro, that shit whack. You know what I mean? And like people like, oh yeah, that shit is whack. Like they just want. It's like being a follower's in right now.
It's
know?
like loving something and hating something is a trend.
Yeah. But it's like that's why I'm okay with the art that I'm making right now. Cause I look at art as creating conversation. It's not even like if you hate my shit, good. You love my shit, good. You know what I mean? But if you don't know how, if my shit don't make you feel any type of way, I didn't do my job. You know what I mean? For real.
Yeah, I feel like you're like one of the more like mysterious artists that I'm tapped into. Even like with your new album is "Go Fuck Yourself." I don't know if you want to touch on that. Like that. First of all, the cover is crazy. That's probably what really people that don't know you, they probably see that cover and it's like, who the fuck is this? I don't know if you want to touch on that, and also the hiatus since then. You dropped that and kind of disappeared. Like I don't think you even made another post since then.
Yeah, Go Fuck Yourself is like my first project that I've been proud of. I made that project in 2 days. Shout out, Pete. Shout out Hazel, and shout out my engineer Luke Harold. Without them, I wouldn't have been able to we knocked out 20 songs in 2 days and like narrowed it down to Go Fuck Yourself. So I still got songs in the cut that I need to release type shit, but I want to make it a norm for artists to like make their art and then disappear. Live life. You know what I'm saying? I want to make that regular instead of being like, oh, I got to keep posting. I got to make sure they hear this shit. It's like, bro, I made my shit. I know how it makes me feel. You know what I'm saying? I know that like it might not be in this time and right now, but people going to respect it sooner or later. You know what I mean? So I'm here to make timeless art, not, I'm not here for the social media and shit like that. So that's why I do disappear, because I want my following to be like, it's okay to like not post all the time. You feel me?
I like that because we get caught in this fucking like rat race of the game, and I think it's partly due to these platforms. Like they make we hear the sayings, you got to post this many times for the algorithm to pick you up. Like that's
I'm
part
here
of
to
the
tell you
right.
that's a fucking lie. That's a lie. And whoever like says they know the algorithm, that's a fucking lie, bro. I've had so many niggas be like, "Oh, bro, if you post 10 times a month, like you gonna get into the algorithm." When you did it work? Oh no, but like if you like, so if it didn't work for you and you telling me to do it, why are you telling me to do something that didn't work for you? You know what I mean? It's like the algorithm changes every day. I don't know if people know that. It's like the person who designs the algorithm's job is to make sure you don't keep up with the fucking algorithm. So like, y'all dumb as fuck. Like, dog, like unless you a hacker or into some tech or shit like that, like concentrate on your art and keep that other shit to the side. Cause if it's good, it's good. And that's what I realized. It's like my shit ain't good enough. That's why my shit ain't blowing. Like, you gotta look in the mirror and be like, bro, I gotta make some shit that gets some more people talking, or I gotta make some shit that relate to more people. Or like, look in the mirror, dog.
I feel the same way. Like everybody, it's easy to say, oh, they hating on me, this, that, it's not working. But ultimately, I agree. Like you got to go harder.
That's it. You don't want to look back at shit and be like, bro, I could have done this. That has to be the worst feeling ever. You know what I mean? Like knowing that you got talent, you got passion, you got work ethic, but just want to sit back and watch and see what happened. It's not cool. And like to the masses right now, that's cool. You know what I mean? It's not cool for me. It's cool to bust your ass. It's cool to work a 9 to 5. It's cool to, hustle till you can't no more, dog. You know what I mean? It's like, but I guess that's how you tell the difference between like somebody who's been through some and had to work through some, since they was young, or like someone who's kind of like had everything like given to them. And I'm not hating, you know what I mean? Because I know homies that have everything given to them. Most real nigga I ever met, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's up to that person and that individual to be the truest, form and best form of themselves.
Yeah. So you touching on dropping the album, Go Fuck Yourself, and then kind of going and living life. What have you been doing? Like, I know you moved to New York.
Making more shit. Making more shit. I got 2 videos in the cut right now. I'm filming a 3rd one in a week. I got this song Curb Stomp. I got this song Liminal Space. And I just dropped the song Sony like 2 weeks ago.
And also while we on the album, who produced the album?
Okay, so Pete Rango produced majority of the songs. Don Zentara, who is Bad Brains and Minor Threats ex-producer, He's touching on 80 years old right now. I'm very grateful to. This is my first time talking about this. I'm very grateful working with Don Zitar. He is my dream producer. Like, you know how like a rapper's like, oh, my dreams to work with Kanye, my dreams to work with Drake. I wanted to work with the nigga who made, Bad Brain Sound, recorded Bad Brain Sound, recorded Minor Threat Sound, and that's like the originators of punk. You know what I mean? If you don't know, like, Bad Brains went back and forth from reggae to punk on stage, gave the audience a breath, and was just vibing, and then hit him in the head. It was the first band that like gave niggas a breath so you can enjoy the whole show. You can monster the whole show, but then you can relax. It was like that made me go back to my roots, because that's what I was listening to, Bad Brains. So once he responded to my emails, I was like,
bro, 80 though,
Bro, I got the studio footage that I'm gonna release soon, and like just to record in his basement at his crib.
Oh, so you pulled up on him?
Oh, what? What, bro? It's once in a time like opportunity. Niggas don't get that chance to work with. And I know you don't know who he is, but he's like, my guy for sure.
I kind of get that same sense on your album. How you're talking about going from you didn't go to reggae, but it was kind of this mix of like this hardcore sound, punk sound, but then it was like more the slower melodic ones. Right. Or like, was that the idea of that, to give people like that break?
It was numbered that way to kind of give the break of a listener. Like, you can listen to it all the way through and still be like in and out of moods. The goal is to make you feel differently about every song. And like, be like, oh, I feel like this, I can listen to this song. I feel like this, I can go listen to Bottom Bitch, or I can go listen to Heaven or Hell, or Freedom if you feeling down. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's like, I'm a method artist. I feel my moods heavily. I feel emotions more than the regular person. So it's like, that's how I articulate, my music, and like I want people to feel the moods that I'm going through. Because I know I'm not by myself. I know somebody else is going through this shit too.
Touch on that. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody say they're a method artist in music. What do you mean by that?
A lot of people, after this interview, you're going to hear a lot of people saying a lot of shit that I'm saying. It's like, a method artist is, I trap myself in my room and like focus on a mood and capture that mood. It's like, I'll give you an example. If you don't know what a method artist is, it's like Heath Ledger. Like how he trapped himself in his, it might not be healthy, he traps himself in his room, but he does this to get in character for the people. It's not for me.
Heath Ledger, that's who played Joker, right?
Yep. I got martyr on my throat. Like, I'm not here for me. I'm a sacrificial lamb. For real. That's how I'm coming. So it's like, none of this shit can hurt me. None of this shit can faze me. I'm here with God, and I'm here with me. So that's all I need, for real. I know I'm getting off topic, but I need to say that shit.
Also, okay, so what was that guy's name? I'm sorry. The producer, the 80-year-old producer?
Don Zitar.
Don Zitar.
Uh-huh.
So you pull up to his studio.
Uh-huh.
That sounds crazy. Any advice that he gave you, anything he told you that stuck with you? Like, what was he like?
Funny story. All right, so the control rub is where he's sitting, and he's like, he's recorded my vocals and shit like that. I don't write. I have songs in my head that like, I feel like this would be right for this production, this would be right for this production. And like, I'm hands-on with all of my production, like with riffs and everything like that. Like, I'm humming the riffs, like, and then they'll play it out. Like, same with keys, same with drums. Like, that's my form of production. So anybody who's out there is like, oh, I don't produce, like, be smart about it, bro. Work with people who like hear what you trying to get out. Like, you are a producer. So I'm in the vocal booth and I'm recording vocals and like knocking out, like, probably did the song like 5 minutes, you know what I mean? And then he gets on the intercom. He's like, "Are you writing this?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "There's no way." You know what I mean? And then like I'm in the studio with my homie Wyatt and Caleb, and Wyatt has to go out, and he's like, "Yeah, like he doesn't write, like, you know what I mean?" It's like he's really doing this, and I don't know if till this day he believes that. Like for real. Like I think
he couldn't see you. Like
no, he couldn't see me. He couldn't see me. It was like old studio where it's like you got to talk to, you know, type shit, you know. So that was just funny to me. It made me feel like I have a different type of recording process. That's why I'm kind of secretive about everything that I do, because my process is what makes me, you know. And I'm like, I'll release it eventually, but I gotta get to a platform where it's like, if my ideas get stolen or anything like that, my fan base is like, that's Yonder. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, I'm not there yet where it's like, I have all my martyrs are at defense. You feel me?
You were touching on that when we were walking down the block a little bit, like about people stealing ideas. I don't know. How do you feel? Like, I feel like nobody can really do it exactly how you're going to do it. So can somebody really steal your idea? You know what I mean?
Somebody could have shot my cover and done it the wrong way. You know, someone could have, you know, sucked their own dick on the cover, shot it in a way that was, you know, too graphic or something. Instagram would have took it down. My way was designed so Instagram could not take that shit down. Specifically. And it's like, first of all, it's me. It's not a woman. You know, for everybody who's just taking a glance at it and like thinks it's a woman giving me a head, it's me, it's myself. The fuck? It's called Go Fuck Yourself. Dog. Like, and then it's like everything a black man can't do. Like, you hear the narrative like, oh, black men can't wear a dress, can't wear a wig, can't wear lipstick. Nigga, why the fuck? I think that shit funny. You know what I mean? I think that shit a part of me. Like, the fuck, like, if I want to walk around with a wig on and make you look at me crazy, that's what I'm gonna do. I want to get under your skin today. That's how I'm feeling. You know what I mean? So it's like, if that bothers you, dog, and you got people walking around that can, you know, just be themselves, and you judging me by being myself, you gotta take that up with your own mirror. You feel me? It ain't up to me. So I'm gonna just keep being me. I'm gonna keep pushing the limits, because I know there's kids out there that are different like myself, black kids, you know, that want to push the limits on this art shit, that don't feel comfortable, because ain't nobody leading the fucking charge. You know what I mean? Everybody trying to be like everybody else. It's not okay with me.
That's crazy. I've thought about that before, too, kind of like how we can put stereotypes on people, right? Like, let's say we're using black people, for example. Stereotypes about who a black kid is, what they like, what they believe, what they act like, how they talk, right? But we don't really think about it from that person's perspective. Like, because I'm Bosnian, right? So we're pretty much like kind of like a small group of people. Like, not many people know about Bosnians. So I'm just thinking, like, how must it feel to be the group of people that everybody has an opinion on? Nobody talking about Bosnians. So how does it feel to be whatever, Jewish, black people, whoever the group is at the time that's being talked about in media and used as woke talking points, and like, how does it feel to be that person? Like, you feel you got to live up to this, or like, it's like somebody's telling you who you are before you even figured out who you are.
I think that's what separates me and makes people a little upset, because it's like they can tell that it's authentic. They can tell that I don't care about what they have to say. So they trying to go the drastic measures of being heard. One of my, I don't have no OGs, but one of my older homies told me, it was like, if somebody has to talk about your name to be heard, then it's like they have to do some more work. You know what I'm saying? It's like if they live in their day to day and they talking about what they doing and people aren't interested, and then they bring up like, oh, Yonder shot this cover, and like, you know, and they're like, oh, what? They gonna hate. It's just a natural human thing. You know what I mean? And it's like, I had to get over the hurdle of like, you know, like people being jealous and like envious. Like, I just take it as a compliment now. It used to upset me. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, dog, like, I'm doing this for us, dog. Like I'm doing this.
You almost don't take it personally because you're saying it's a human trait.
It's a human trait.
Like,
it's just like, you can't take nothing personal. That's the secret to this game, you know?
That was a pivotal point for me. I never really been a hater, but once I really fully embraced, like, allowing myself to be inspired by somebody else's success, I just felt a lot better. It's just much more enjoyable way to live. It feels more motivating. Like, you could be motivated by other people's wins.
Bro, I feel like that's the thing that drives me. It's like when my homies killing shit, like, that's what truly drives me. And I guess it must be uncomfortable for somebody who, like, it makes them feel a certain type of way. I don't know if it's that person's fault. You know, it might be their upbringing.
That goes back to the thing we were saying earlier about when you know you're not working as hard and you see somebody else doing it, and you know that you're like you're the success you don't have is a direct result of the work you didn't put in. Now you hating like fuck,
Right.
like damn.
Right.
But deep down, you know it's really on you.
That's a fact.
You didn't do what you were supposed to do.
That's a fact. And I think the day that I realized that I was much younger than like the regular person, I was probably like 10. And like I got my nickname Yonder by like being wise and beyond my years. Like, you know, I came up with the idea that was like, if we robbing, we should rob from people who robbing in the community. We should steal from people who stealing from the community. We should be vigilante style. Like, oh, that's Yonder, yo. You Yonder, yo. You know what I mean?
You said that earlier. What does yonder mean? I never heard that word before. Is that like a word, known word?
It's like kind of like over there. That's the definition.
Oh yeah, over yonder, like over yonder,
like
oh,
over
yeah,
there. You know, but it like it has a new definition now. You know what I mean? It got a new definition now. It means be who you are to the truest extent. That's the definition of yonder. Be yonder. You know what I mean?
Now I know you also came from, and we can touch on a graffiti background. I was on like the first post on your Instagram is you like tagging some shit, like 2013. I don't know if you want to touch on getting into that, the state of even graffiti right now. We were talking about that. Like
Shout out 99. You know what I mean? I'm rocking with them.
Like
hard,
as far as I know,
hard.
nobody's really talking about fucking graffiti in the mainstream, and it's such a pivotal part of hip hop and of its origins. I just want to touch on that.
That's another thing that's like, bro, I don't try to like make this into a package and box it and be like, you know, this is a punk. This is the black punk. It's like, no, this is just what it kind of molded into. Like, I started at a young age being into cans before I was even into art. I was collecting cans of colors and would like take the tops off and like hit it up against the wall. And that was like my style of like, you know, I was just, I don't know, I was trying to make something and feel something at the same time, you know, and that's where like, I was like, it clicked, it all clicked. It's like, bro, I tag, I'm an artist. I started skateboarding. My first job was like at a skate shop. Like, you know what I mean? All these things just started aligning and I was like, why can't I see it? And then like when I did, I was just like, bro, I could have been doing this like 5 years ago. You know what I mean? But it's just like being real with myself. I was trying to make something that was digestible to the masses. And like once I broke through that, it was like, bro, I don't do this for that. You know, I do this to make something timeless that lasts longer than me. You know, and then that should be the goal. You know what I mean?
And realistically, nothing is for the masses. It's gonna connect with who it connects with.
That's a fact.
And it is what it is.
Niches always win anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I just want a co-following game. That's it. You know what I mean? A bunch of martyrs running around. That's like, talking how I'm talking, world would be a better place for sure. You know what I mean?
So you touched on linking with 99, who is a graffiti group. I don't know if you want to touch on that. Mm-hmm. I'm not really hip. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta be more specific, gang.
You said they came through. You said they came through.
Oh yeah, I had one of the homies. One of the homies
off
slept on the couch last night. You know what I mean? And it's just like,
for the people that don't know, who are these guys?
Shout out Escrow. Shout out Fridge. And shout out the rest of 99. But Escrow, you know what I mean? This couch right here. Ain't nobody got a piece of furniture in the world done by Escrow or Fridge. You know what I mean? Like, so this right here will be like a performance art piece that I got planned in the history. You know what I mean? But that's in the works. I have a meeting with the gallery today. That's why I was a little, you know, couldn't pick up the phone and shit like that. But
wait, what's up with that?
Performance art piece. I'll give y'all a little idea about it. So, okay, it's good to document it. I mean, so I'm thinking about it like, should I let the idea out? But like, yeah, I'll tell a little gist. The overall picture is to give a white gallery room, like the beautiful gallery, and then make some sort of destruction that is digestible to white America. And then have another gallery that is like dungeon-like, warehouse-like, and then bring like the white America there and have them be able to digest a piece of art in that setting without telling too much of my piece. And I think that it's very possible to kind of shape and open people's minds because it's like, I fucking hate the 1%, but I understand that's who runs the fucking world. So if I put them in a room and make them digest a piece of art that's uncomfortable to them and make them maybe skew their minds because they're not going to listen to me, but like they listen to their thoughts, and if I can creep up in them a little bit, make them look a little differently, think a little differently, then I win. The goal is to make the world better, and to impact the world. I'm the fucking Martin Luther King of this generation, nigga. For real.
So have that same group of people go from that first gallery to the second gallery?
I'm thinking about it. Because I might want two different sets of people to get two different sets of reactions. But at the end of the day, it's not about a reaction. So it's like, that's one thing that I'm talking to like the gallery owner about. And like, I'm glad that they understand what I'm going for in a abstract way of like, I didn't want to give too much away because I don't want people to fully get my shit. I want people to talk about my shit endlessly. You know what I mean? Like the Michael Jordan, LeBron shit. Like, is Michael Jordan, LeBron better? Like, does he mean this or does he mean that? You know what I mean? It just keeps the conversation going forever.
I like the idea of the same group because it's almost like that first gallery, the destruction piece, is something that it knocks you out of your like perspective, right? It just jolts you. It's like a jolt. So it's something that jolts you out of like, wait, so you're like, what is this? Now you can kind of look at the next piece with like a fresh perspective.
Right.
Right?
Right. 100%. Sorry, I got distracted, guy.
So you had the meeting with them today?
Yeah, basically going over
like the venue and all that?
Yeah, just seeing if it's possible. Eventually, I'm going to try to get funding for it. And then, it's up. But I've had this piece in my head for 3 years. You know what I mean? It's like these ideas that y'all just seeing right now, it's like I've had these ideas for 5 years. And like, when you don't understand like the mental toll that like I have to go through to like hold on to these shits.
I can't even imagine. Bro knows I gotta drop my shit same day a lot of times. I can't even wait till tomorrow. I'm like, so I can't imagine 5 years holding on to an idea.
Bro, it's just like
I'm assuming it evolves though. Does it evolve over that time?
It definitely evolves, but like being real, like I'm broken and shit, man. You know what I mean? Like I have to grind. Like all these shows that like my following has seen me throw has come out of my pocket. Like all my merch come out of my pocket. All my music come out of my pocket. Nobody gave me nothing, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why that should take a minute. Because it's like I want things done a certain way because I know people gonna grasp it a certain way. And if I do it in a bullshit way, it's like it won't have the same effect. So it's like I gotta hold on to it till I can have the budget to format it the way that I need to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's frustrating, but it's worth it. You know what I mean? Once bro, it's the best feeling in the world. Like I played D1 basketball. It's like being on stage, it's like hitting the game when it's shot the whole time you up there. For real. And I went to March Madness. So it's like played at that level.
You still play ball?
Come on now. Come on, I still dunk on them.
Be the best rapper in the league or the best artist in the league?
Yeah, no doubt.
In the game, I mean?
No doubt. I'm taking challenges from any artist in the DMV right now, 101, $100 to $500 a game. Straight like that.
I want to see that.
Straight like that. And we can make a series out of it too. It can be, it could be on the podcast or whatever.
Also, you said you don't want people to get it, right? Do you feel like you get it? Because I just personally, I honestly don't feel like I get it. I don't get my own shit. I don't know if anybody can ever fully understand it because I don't even fully understand it.
I feel the same way about that question when somebody asks me like, "I want to get to know you." Like, bro, I'm trying to get to know myself. I don't know myself yet. You know what I'm saying? So when a shorty hit me with like, "Oh, I'm trying to get to know you," I'm probably
if you said I'm
off it.
Shorty,
I'm off
it.
They understand it. They're like, "Oh, I never thought about it like that," but like I'm being for real. It's like my goal is to grow every day. So like I don't know yesterday's Yonder. I'm focused on today and I'm focused on tomorrow's Yonder. You know what I mean?
Shit.
You feel me? It's like, bro, I'm chasing growth. I'm chasing wisdom. You know what I mean? And I'm chasing never-ending potential in myself. Period.
I say it all the time. And to me, it's like I get into this zone where it's like literally past and future doesn't exist. It's literally only the moment.
I gotta work on that.
It's hard. I'm still working on it. It's hard, but yeah.
I gotta work on that. Being present is like the hardest thing in the world for a dreamer. I mean, because that's who I am. Like I don't know if y'all have seen, but like my first project was self-entitled Yonder, and like I did a short film for it called Dreamer. It's 7 minutes long, and it's 4 songs. Like I directed, I casted, I wrote the music for it, and wrote the abstract script for it, and like that was the first piece of art that I was proud of. I got the biggest billboard in Baltimore. You be popping shit up?
On billboards?
No, you be popping shit up on this?
What you mean popping shit up?
Like pop it up.
Oh, I could put some up there.
All right, pop that billboard shit up like right here.
That shit getting popped.
And then, you know what I mean?
That be popping shit up.
That was like, niggas like, what you talking about? But nah, like, that was like, bro, I dropped out of playing D1 basketball. I was going to school for free. You know what I mean?
Where at?
Fairleigh Dickinson University in New Jersey. 15 minutes outside the city, actually. We went to March Madness. You can look me up. You know what I mean? YouTuber nigga. But we went to March Madness, my sophomore year. I got MVP that year and all that. Dropped 33 against Temple. Like, I could have went pro and dropped out to pursue this shit. Like, that's how much this shit mean to me. I could have went overseas making $100 to $500K a year. Nothing. You know what I mean? But there's a minimal voice. I'm not LeBron. I'm not Kobe. And I'm man enough to admit that. You know what I mean? But, like, once you separate yourself and you're an individual, sky's the fucking limit. You know what I mean? You just got to have some substance in what you say and work ethic and, you know what I mean? Some people who believe in you because you can't do it yourself. You know what I mean?
So were you creating this shit before basketball, the whole time throughout basketball? Like, was there a moment when you really made a decision, like, oh, no, I'm just going to go do this?
I was 13 drawing on my shirt, Yonder. You know what I mean? Selling it to kids at other schools wholesale so they could go to other schools and sell my shirts without knowing who I was. I was been mystique branding. Niggas gonna steal that term too. Like I've been.
That's the first time I've heard you sound like you were from Baltimore. He said he had a little bit of two. Had a little bit of two on there. Everybody said he didn't have an accent like that.
Yo, it's crazy because it's like niggas be like, "Where you from?" And, I try to tell them, but it's like I'm mixed with a lot of different shit. You know what I mean? I got a little country in my family, got a little city in my family, like. Mixed up. So it's like, I sound like me, you feel me? So the Baltimore definitely come out every once in a while for sure.
So you make it in March Madness, you drop out of D1 to create, to pursue this. You touched on the shows a little bit. I don't know if you want, before the pod also, you were telling me you kind of, because people like mosh at your shows and like it gets pretty hectic. But you were touching a little bit on like mosh and etiquette and shit like that. I don't know if you want to get into that. You were touching like you wanted people to be safe and have fun and shit like that.
Okay. Only rule is like when somebody falls down, we pick them up. That's the only rule. You know what I mean? But don't be throwing no crotch kicks and shit like that. People I feel like people get into a pit sometimes just to fuck with people. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't fuck with that. Like, come into my pit to have therapy. That's what my pit is. My pit's a therapy session. You can't punch a motherfucker in the streets. You can punch a motherfucker in my pit. You know what I mean? Straight like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you okay with getting punched in the face, cool, be in the pit. If not, don't be in the pit. I feel like it's kind of simple. You know what I mean? It's like, so, and I love women, and I love non-binary in my pit. I love it. 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 I love it.
Maybe the first person to ever say that. I love non-binary in my pit.
First of all, it could have been an "Ayo." It's close though. It's borderline though. It's borderline. It could have been an "Ayo."
You're changing the game right now.
"Ayo." "Ayo." "Ayo" at it. I feel like I'm. You seen Cameron's show?
His show? Oh, the new
Bro,
show.
I love that show, G.
The whole show
Bro,
just been pausing the whole time.
Grown ass men, and it would be like, "Hey yo, I don't know, yeah, I don't know." He'd be like, "You right. That's a crazy one. I didn't realize I was good at May's voice like that. But yeah, that's one of my favorite things to watch on YouTube.
It's crazy. I haven't watched the whole show yet. I've seen like clips.
I only watch clips. I watch highlights. I like highlights and shit. I feel like I like movies though. Love movies.
Favorite movies? Top? Oh, you got a top like 3
Bro,
or
that's
anything?
a whack question, bro. I can't lie, bro. Favorite movies? Crazy.
One. I can say mine.
What's yours?
Back to the Future trilogy, probably.
See, that's a serious though. You already cheated your own question.
Yeah, facts.
That's crazy. yo, my favorite movie? All 3 of them, gang.
What Birdman say? Oh, Trio.
All right, if you had to pick one out the Back to the Future, which one you picking? Because I do have a favorite one of those.
I mean, probably the first one. I'll go with the first one.
What's the second one? Now I'm confusing the first and the second one.
The first one, where in the beginning he starts out with like he's like in the room is all the speakers and he's plugging in, playing his guitar real loud.
What's the second one?
The second one is
Second one. That's the one. I fuck with
his
the
mom
second
getting
one.
what?
Because Biff is an asshole in that one, ain't he? Yeah. I fuck with that one.
I don't know. It's crazy with him, bro. Like you see that guy, like what's his name? The one who plays the kid in there.
Uh-huh.
He like grew up and he has like some sickness.
Oh,
it's like a degenerative disease. It's
a degenerative disease.
Yeah, it's like he like can't speak for real. He can't like move good. Like it's. I don't know if it's MS, but I've seen like recent interviews with him, like with
For
like
real?
last like 5-10 years. Like yeah, he's like.
Damn, I thought I saw him. He was straight.
No,
It was recent though.
maybe you're talking about the one that played the doc, the older guy. He was like.
Oh, that's probably one thing.
Yeah, but the what's his name? Michael J. Fox. Yeah.
Yep.
He has some type of like sickness.
Would you rather have? What's that car he be driving?
DeLorean.
Would you rather have the DeLorean? Or would you rather have the budget for a Back to the Future movie? To do like,
Just have the money.
just to do like a video or whatever the case may be.
So a DeLorean or the money?
Yeah.
I mean, probably the money. Unless the DeLorean actually worked. If I can actually.
Oh, DeLorean works. It flies and shit.
Fly. Okay, no, easy. That's
You go
easy.
back to the
DeLorean,
future and shit.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, that's easy.
Okay. Yeah, I added that on the end. I kind of cheated.
But yeah, so we talking about moshing and shit.
Oh yeah.
So also, okay, no, I was just scrolling through your Instagram. I also peeped something else crazy. You have a fucking post with Jaleel from like 2018. Like y'all dropped a song on SoundCloud. Yeah. Young Crazy really put me on to him on his episode, and he actually commented on the fucking clip we put up. I don't know if you want to touch on that. Working with Jaleel.
Yo, Jaleel's a very genuine nigga, man. Very genuine nigga. He's I was actually documenting Jaleel. Like me and Vinny Hager. Do you know who Vinny Hager is?
Yeah.
Vinny Hager is dog, like digital artist. Like I have a shoe at Target like this with all of his like I call him a professional doodler. Like he's just his own form of tagging for real, and he's like a NFT gangster now. Was able to pay off his grandma's crib off that shit. Like, so me and Vinny have been tapped in for a while. And we found Jaleel, and was fucking with his shit, and then like drove up to Loyola.
Where's that?
Loyola University's in Baltimore.
Okay. Oh, so Jaleel from Baltimore.
No, I think Jaleel's from Rhode Island or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but we met him because he went to Loyola. And, I was taking some film pictures. Like, me and Vinny were on stage with bro, and that was the first time that I was like, okay, bro kind of special. You know what I mean? It was just like, I'm a performer myself, and, like, I ain't impressed by much. You know what I mean? It's like, a backflip ain't going to impress me. You got to show me something else. He was backflipping at that time. But it was something about, like, the way that he held the mic for me, that's what did it. I don't give a fuck about no backflip. I see niggas do backflips. Like, I've seen niggas, jump off stage. I see niggas rip beaters. But it's like, if you like this and I'm like locked in, I'm like, okay, bet. I have a homie, Booth General, who holds the mic like this, and that's like unorthodox shit. You know what I mean? That's like, you know what I mean? Unorthodox shit, guys.
How big was Jaleel at that time? And also, this goes into just like how long motherfuckers like are at it, bro.
5K followers or something like that. Less than that, maybe. Yeah, less.
And this was 2018.
He's a
Put it in
very
perspective.
consistent motherfucker. Like I think he posted that one song for a year straight on TikTok.
The
like
Jaleel.
Yeah, something like that for a year, And then like, I ain't gonna do that. Being real with you, gang. I ain't doing that. You hear my shit or you don't. Straight like that. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not, you know what I mean? That's why I respect certain artists for certain shit, you know what I mean? It's like, but, my goal is to be a timeless artist, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that, anybody else isn't, you know what I mean? I just want that to be known, that there's levels to this shit, and people will see.
What do you think makes timeless art?
It's an open-ended question because it's not up to me. You know what I mean? I don't think that, like, I could have a definition of what timeless are, but the people don't receive it. It don't make it timeless. You know what I mean? Somebody has to receive it for it to be timeless. Can you hear all this? That's fire if you can.
I like the background noise.
Yeah, that's fire if you can. We really in New York. You know what I'm saying?
We're used to it in Virginia. We always have fucking planes going by and shit.
I was hoping no ambulance. Yo, cop cars out here can control their sirens like they a DJ and shit, bro. I'm like, what the fuck?
They spinning on the block.
Oh, God.
Yeah, there was like a group of ambulances. Last night, we thought it was fucking... I don't know what they was on. But yeah,
What was the question?
I'm talking about timeless art. I guess I was gonna say, like, what is it? What do you think it is about stuff that resonates with you? Like when you really like something, or what makes you really like dive into an artist? Like, what is it about them?
I guess feeling. I know I'm talking about it a lot, but feeling. I feel like people know when it's good art, whether like they want to admit it or not. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, if something makes you feel a certain way and you hate it, that's good art. If you feel a certain way and it's good, I feel like it's good art. And I know people are gonna look at this and be like, oh, well, there's like this art that's like that and like that. Bro, we talking about it right now? You know what I'm saying? It's good art. So it's like, I'm not the, not the tree of like, this is the top art. This is the branch of this art. It's like, no, it's like if you feel something, I feel like that's timeless. And you feel it for a long time. And people continue to feel it after you, like a generation and then another generation. Maybe 3 generations is timeless. 3 generations plus.
Yeah, I think Jay-Z said some shit like that. He was like, even like how we touching on having people drop a lot and having to kind of stay in people's face. He was like, I'm not letting nobody rush my process. If somebody drops an album and I'm fucking with it, I'm gonna listen to it. I don't care what else is dropping. Like, I don't care what else is out. This is what I'm rocking with right now.
Yeah, and I love that because it's like, it's something that like only my friends know. Like, I don't listen to the radio. I don't listen to music in the car. It's a sacrifice that I'm making. I don't listen to. The only time that I listen to new music if somebody plays new music. If I'm out, that's the only time I hear new music. I'm not playing fucking new music. I only listen to music on vinyl.
Why you say it's a sacrifice?
Because I don't want my music to sound like nothing that's out. And it's a natural human trait to like, if you hear something all the time, it's gonna seek into your brain. And you're gonna like, even if you don't write it the same, like a cadence might slip in or something familiar. I want my shit to be familiar. I want my shit to be like, bro, this shit sound like this shit came out the 80s. Or this shit sound like it came like from 2050.
I was telling them, we were listening to the album and shit. I was like, bro, this sounds like, I feel like this album would be a soundtrack to like a high school movie. Like one of them old high school movies that are like just...
Hey, yo, don't do me like that, gang.
You know what I'm saying? That's fire, though.
Don't do me like that, gang. A high school movie's crazy.
But you know what I'm talking about?
Can it be Warrior or so? Like
the party high school movies and shit like that. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't like that, gang.
You don't like that? Oh, okay.
Like
that.
No, I'm fucking with you.
Yeah. That's a vibe.
I like anybody who listens to my music, I'm fucking with. I don't care what setting it's in. Yeah, I performed at a wedding 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean?
Off the new album?
Off the new album.
What you do?
Perform Bottom Bitch.
Bottom Bitch? At the wedding? Someone was that a request? He's like, bro, you gotta do Bottom Bitch. If
that's
you do
what
anything.
She requested. Bottom Bitch.
Oh, the bride.
Yeah, that's what she requested. Bottom Bitch.
Talk about that. How was the wedding?
It was amazing. I could knock that off my bucket list. You know what I'm saying? It was like, but it's of course like, I think like, oh, my music will never make it to these like now I'm thinking harder. Like, oh, I want to perform in a gallery with a punk band and like, fuck that shit. You know what I mean? It's like, I didn't think it was possible to perform at a wedding, like doing punk shit. You know, I see it on like, TikTok and like shit like that, but like, I kind of go crazy. You feel me? So it's like, I would be understanding if people were like, oh, this isn't the time. And I'd be like, I get it. You know what I mean? I still come fuck with y'all. You feel me? But it's more digestible than I thought. That's why it's interesting hearing that you're like, I could hear it in like a high school movie. Cause I'm like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I make this shit so niggas can throw up in the pit and like twirling blood and shit, nigga. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, I want niggas jumping off buildings to my shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of course, there's something comfortable at the bottom. You feel me? But like, I want people to feel comfortable, safe rage. You know what I mean? And safe, like my show's the only place it's like I see every walk of life. You know what I mean? Like every walk of life. You know, and I pride myself on that, gang, because it's like that's as punk as it gets. Like if you only got one, like if I only got hood niggas on my show, like I used to be, you know what I mean? That's cool, but like it's you only meet in one mindset, you know. But if I got everybody there, everybody trying to figure out what the fuck going on, you know what I mean?
And I think that's also probably one of the more powerful things about music, and to use it in that way is it's supposed to unite people. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I love Bad Braves, bro. Like, cause it's like I saw skidheads and black niggas in the same room singing the same song. I was like, it's possible. Like, this is what I've been looking for.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think we have a lot of time, or we have a lot of things in today's society that divide us. Everything's kind of like pick any topic. There's motherfuckers trying to create teams on it. We're on this team, they're on that team.
right.
So I like shit that can bring us together. And also, even though just on time, you talking about earlier, like you're taking your time with it. You don't know like the timing in the world of when you're dropping. I feel like it's becoming the right time. It feels like the right time for like a sound like yours to pop and be the main thing, because now more than ever. I don't think it was that time before. Maybe the world wasn't really ready for it.
I appreciate
like
that.
Even in like you say, being a black man making this type of music.
Right.
I don't know if you would have been really accepted like in today's age. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people are more open-minded now, I think, about shit.
I really appreciate that, bro, because like the past 6 months, I've got the most messages ever. Like people like, I can feel it. Like, bro, you're about to blow. Like shit like that. Like in the past, like of course people say that shit. Like, you know, especially people who know me and like know I have a vision for this shit. Like it's only a matter of time. But like in the past 6 months, it's something interesting. And I haven't been posting. I haven't posted on my page one time. I posted on my story. You know, I sold some shit. Like, I get crazy numbers on my story, but it's like, if they can feel it and I haven't released nothing, then it's like, I gotta make sure my shit right. You know what I mean? Because I gotta make sure my shit right so I can boom, 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 like never end it. You know what I mean? And then just, I got like over 500 songs in the cut. You know what I mean? But it's like, you know, there's a design in time. You know.
So you touching on, okay, you performed at the wedding. I feel like you could probably book a bar mitzvah out here easy, because we already got asked by like 5 people, are we Jewish? Like, they're all over the place.
Book me. Yo, this is an ad, yo, for real. Book me. Eddie Mitzvah, I'm going crazy. I'm going, trust me. And anybody who has like a backyard party or something, like I'll pull up for 500 with the band and everything. 500. You know what I mean? Book a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And this exclusive, I just started DJing like last month. I already got booked for a show, nigga.
Please book bro at your next bar mitzvah. I feel like all we gotta do is walk down the block. We'll book that shit.
No, God. See, that's why I need you getting some gigs for a nigga, bro.
Start a company. All I do is book bar mitzvah gigs, though.
Nigga, you be a billionaire next month.
Bro.
Oh, God.
They might not want any outsiders in that business.
What's some odd jobs you did?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm an electrician.
For real?
I do electrical work. I really do a lot of shit. I sell random items throughout my life. It just be different products.
Nigga said I sell
I'm a salesman.
objects.
One of my
That's
first jobs was a salesman for this company called Vector Marketing. I sold like high quality kitchen cutlery.
Yo, you selling knives and shit? Oh, you was going door to door selling knives, nigga.
I was 17 doing it. Everybody else, I had to get a waiver signed by my parents to do it. Like everybody else on the team was like in their 30s, and I was the best salesman. But our office got shut down because our like team leader was like smoking spice in the fucking office and like tripping out, so they shut the whole office down.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't think you was gonna say you was selling knives. That's wild. I was a beer technician.
You talking about you were selling fucking Yonder shirts at 13.
Yeah, I was a beer technician. I did construction. I've done, armed security for Brinks and Garden World. You know what I'm saying? So, like, my shit legal. I mean, and, like, never posted my shit and will never post my shit because that's gangster, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Being flashy by your shit not gangster, nigga. Period. Go ahead. Go ahead. I just let that be know. I don't like that shit, bro. I'll take that shit off your head. Yeah, I'm trained for this shit for real. I don't like that.
What do you
Gun safety is real. We need that. More gun safety. You know what I'm saying? We'd have Less problems, more gun safety. You know what I mean? Cops too, nigga. You don't get no buy off that shit.
Are you a member of the NRA?
Huh? Why you gonna ask me that, gang?
I'll be honest, I don't know. I really don't know.
Why you gonna ask me that, gang? Next question, brother.
We talking about gun safety and shit.
I said what I need to say, man. Yeah. I'm fucking with you. Next question, though.
Nah, so what else? Like, what? Any things you noticed about the New York City scene that you like, or because I know you used to live you were doing shit in Richmond and Baltimore, like.
See,
Richmond,
I was thinking about if I wanted to talk about it because, like, I'm always gonna be real and cutthroat about the shit that I see. It's just,
some shit you don't like about it.
I've only been out here 3 months. Let me just start by saying that. Okay, I'm fresh out here, but from what I've seen, other places hardcore scene go harder than New York. And I'm not taking anything away from New York, but
Like, in what way though? Like harder? The artist is harder?
Like, okay, say you go to like an unknown like band's house show and these niggas is raw, ripping, like hardcore, like there should be a pit in the room. Period. There should be no excuses. Niggas shouldn't be looking at each other, waiting for another nigga to start the pit. And that's what I've been noticing. And, like, I have to get in the middle to start the pit. And I don't know these niggas. I don't know none of y'all. And I got to get in there. And y'all know these niggas. And y'all fans of these niggas. And y'all... That's uncomfortable for me. I don't like that. You know? But then, of course, you got the bigger shows. Like, big bands come in. And then you get the scene how it's supposed to. So you got the balance of both. I'm just not used to, like, kids trying to be too cool for the pit. I'm used to, like, too cool is like being the best in the pit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like having a bloody shirt after and like showing that shit off to your friends. That's what I'm used to being cool. I'm not used to like, you know, people being like pointing and looking and shit. And that's what I've seen in New York. But I'm sure I'll see better shows soon, you know.
Do you remember it was like your first mosh pit?
Where was my first mosh pit?
Where were you moshing to? Who were you moshing to in Baltimore? That's what I want to know. Who was going crazy in Baltimore when you were coming up?
Bro, Turnstile.
Turnstile?
Before they went, you know, before they went on they, you know, other avenue, niggas was tearing shit down hardcore, bro. That's what kind of like introduced me to etiquette of, you know, that was the first time I seen a photographer get on stage, jump off of stage, shoot pictures while they in the air and not worry about their body. I'm used to photographers covering the camera, you know what I mean? Like at a show trying to get the shot. But like the fact that, like it happened in slow motion for me, dog. Like I see this photographer run up on stage, jump off, turn backwards, like get the shot. And like, lucky there's people there, you know what I mean? But like kind of held him up and kind of fell a little bit, but was hype on it, dog. I was like, oh, that's raw as fuck. Like, I've never seen, like, that energy from, like, a photographer. I was like, that's music, dog. You know what I mean? That made a nigga feel something. You feel me? So, I fuck with that.
I'll be honest, I never really...
Shout out End It, too. Shout out End It.
End It?
Yeah, they probably my favorite band from Baltimore. End It. Uh-huh. Niggas crazy, dog. And they turning out right now. Hardcore getting the respect that it deserves. You know what I mean? And it's like, I feel like maybe 10, 15 years ago, it kind of feels like that. And when it's coming back and people at the shows actually moshing, actually turning out, you know, you see them conference room videos again now where like, you know, the big carpet rooms or niggas throwing kicks, you see that shit again now. It's good to see that, you know, it makes me feel like it's the right time to start releasing. You know what I mean?
On some more Baltimore shit, you touching on DJ Nick. I seen you been working with him for a while.
Shout out DJ Nick. Yeah. That nigga character, dog. You know what I mean? I fuck with bro. Known him probably about 4 or 5 years. Maybe longer than that. He probably gonna get mad if it's longer than that. But it might be. But he a cool dude, bro. He's been tapped into the scene for like ever. You know what I mean? And like really gives back to the culture. By the way he posts on his page, he gets niggas hip to shit that they might, you know, be like, oh, I know about this. But then they have like a visual image of like, this is this artist, this is this rapper, this is this song. And he kind of educates you on that, which I have a high respect for.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love it, bro.
I love it too, bro.
Hell
hey,
yeah.
yo.
That might be a fire spot to leave him at. Anything else you want to touch on?
Yeah, bro.
We here?
Don't stop now, bro. You got like at least 2 more questions, bro.
The characters is that
See, here we go,
how do
bro.
you look,
See, there
how
we
do
go.
you look at the
man.
character? Because I'm comparing it kind of to Sunny Moonshine's character. You know Sunny Moonshine?
Yeah.
So she has these kind of characters,
Yeah,
but
okay.
so to her, but I feel like hers represents like kind of different actually sides of herself. Do you look at it like that?
Yeah. Yeah. I look at it as like they're all of me. You know what I mean? And I'm separating it for people to see because I feel like it's too confusing just me. I feel like people are always trying to figure me out rather than taking me as I am, you know? So it's like, here, I'll give you a little taste of this, a little taste of that, and you know what I mean? Give you like baby food, like, you know, here you go, because like apparently it's too much, like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, now they getting it a little bit. I'm waking niggas up a little bit, you know what I mean? And it's like, I was against the shock factor shit for a minute. You know, I'm a huge fan of Gigi Allen's first LP because I think it's good music. You know, I'm into the antics if the antics match the music, but I'm not into the antics if the music is fucking trash. And I feel like I don't do no antics. It's me and my music, and it aligns. And I think people are feeling that. Like, even though, like, some people might have been pissed that, like, I was sucking my own dick, which is crazy. That you can be this is so wild. Like, well, you mad that I'm giving myself head OD. But,
Hey yo.
that's crazy. But, I don't even know where I was going. That's just crazy, dog, that somebody can be pissed about that, G.
Also on the antics and like shock value, like shock value is great marketing, right? But if you have a terrible product, it's just the great marketing is just a quicker, like people are just gonna find out quicker that your product is shitty and then you're just done.
I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. It has to align with what you're doing. Like, I love Marilyn Manson because, yeah, I know he's going through a lot of shit right now, whatever. I love Marilyn Manson. I think his art and the way he separates it and how I articulate myself to you, you know what I mean? I'm not all rah-rah. I could be. You know, I could be like, you know, all crazy in the mic, like up to the camera, like doing the shit that I do on stage. But it's like, there's ways that you can articulate your art in different versions that you can articulate it. Like when I'm on stage, that's a version. When I'm here, that's a version. When I'm in the studio, that's a version. You know, you can't give them all the same version. Niggas gonna get bored. You know what I mean?
And that's just you as a human too. Like people, I feel like people get
Exactly.
stuck in this character. Like let's say you're a fucking whatever. Like that just as a human, you're not gonna feel on 100 at every moment.
Exactly.
Some days or some time you
wish.
might feel more chill or you might. So I think that's part of it too.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of that just kind of the people like overthinking shit. Like kind of we were talking about earlier. Like overthinking. What do people want to see? What should I be doing? This or that. It's like, bro, fuck it. Just have fun with it. Like we're just gonna resonate with who it resonate with. Like
I feel like once you hit that switch, and I'll end it with this. I feel like once you hit that switch of truly not giving a fuck, people lie all the time. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about this. Once you figure out that switch, and like for me, it's like the only person I can trust is God. So it's like that's my switch. I really don't give a fuck what anybody else says. You know what I mean? It's like, do I care? You know, and it's like, I think that's what made people start to gravitate towards me more because they can feel that. People aren't stupid. People can feel if your art's authentic. People can feel if you line in a song. That's why artists are up. And that's why all these, you know, you're not gonna make it if you ain't got no story, dog. I'm gonna say that right now. Like every rapper that makes it has been through some shit. Every artist that has made it has been through some struggle, some trauma, some shit. They got a story to tell, and you can feel that. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's why authentic artists win, because you can actually feel that the truth that they're talking about. So be fucking authentic. You know what I mean?
I think it's cool too that you're like mentioning God a lot
Yeah.
because I feel like people might be surprised by that by hearing your music or seeing your stuff.
Bro,
you know what I
Shorty
mean?
was like, I think your shit's demonic. I was like, are you listening? Like, bro, I have a song called God Hung with Strippers. Because
God hung with strippers?
God hung with strippers because he did. God hung with prostitutes. God hung with people who ran the taxes. God hung with hustlers. God hung with people who salted the earth. Because how you going to be able to give people advice and you not even living what you preaching? people. So I'm getting a different outlook on like that nigga was a gangster, dog. That nigga was walking the streets by himself. And they tried to kill that man. They did, dog. He rose back up. So it's not like I'm super religious. I'm way more spiritual. You know what I mean? Way more. You know what I mean? I don't really, God forgive me, I don't fuck with church like that. You know what I mean? But it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, bro, my friends are atheists, dog. I ain't no closed-minded nigga.
You said what is atheist?
I have friends that are atheists. You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm a priest to you. It's like I believe in multiple dimensions too. You know, it's like I believe in multiple timelines, but I also believe in God. I think multiple things are possible. You know?
Hell yeah. I love it, bro. Shout out to Zooskies. This episode is brought to you by them. Shout out to our sponsor, Zooskies. Man, shout out to Canada Wealth Pack in the air. Hell yeah, bro. Anything else you want to touch on? Go fuck yourself out now.
Go fuck yourself, gang.
You said there's some videos on the way?
Three videos.
Shows on the way?
Shows on the way.
Book bro for the bar mitzvah.
Come on, G. Like, for real. We ain't fucking around, man.
I
pull up deep, too, with the band or dolo. I got options, man. You know
Hell yeah. Thank you for doing this, bro. This shit was hard. Thanks for having us in the spot. The couch is crazy. I feel like that couch needs to be in a museum somewhere.
It will be.
Shout out to bro that dropped his baby earlier. I really hope your baby is all right. Yeah. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Anything else you want to say?
Be Yonder. And shout out to all the martyrs out there, man. Gang, shit.
Hell yeah. Peace.